It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for the Greg Cherry Show. Greg Cherry alongside Jeff Meacham, and yes, number 3, Matty Laws, which that 3 is not being represented for Broncos country.
Not in any way, shape, or form. This is entirely for Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, which we will get into through the course of this episode. I mean, we might as well talk about it now. Because everybody knows we watch football here. All 3 of us watch football. We all have different teams. Me, of course, the Steelers, Jeff, the Cowboys, and Matty, the Broncos. But an unfortunate incident happened on Monday night in the Buffalo Bills and Cincinnati Bengals game. Damar Hamlin, I fortunately did not see it happen, and I refused to watch it.
Yeah, to the people that kept replaying it or resharing the clip, like, it's good to get it out there once, but don't keep replaying it. It's horrible for the family to have to rewatch it over and over again.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, yeah, it's very. The closest reminiscence I have of it was when Jerry Lawler suffered a similar event on Raw a number of years ago. And, I know a lot of people that follow me on Twitter are wrestling fans. There are some football fans on there also, and some crossover, but it was just an incredibly sad scenario. And the NFL did the right thing. If it took them way longer than it should have.
If it took them way longer, if it took Zach Taylor and Sean McDermott to literally look at him and go, we're not sending our players out there again.
No, and nor should they, because an incredibly emotional experience for both teams. Because there's rivalries, and this wasn't a rivalry game per se.
But it was a big game.
It was a big game, but in the moments, all of that got thrown out the window, and humanity overtook, which, quite frankly, was very pleasing to see. That everything stopped mattering for the good of a human being's life, and all of us are still praying for Damar Hamlin to come through. From what I understand, he's still in critical condition.
He's still breathing with the breathing tube from the last I heard.
Yeah, and we just hope and pray that. Let's hope that he's healthy first of all. Like, let's forget football. Forget football and coming back onto the field and stuff. That stuff's not important.
Yeah, that does not matter. What matters is this man getting back to his family and having a good quality of life.
Yes.
Yeah, I've everybody on this show and my channel knows that I'm not exactly a stranger to injuries and concussions and whatnot. I didn't even think anything beyond head trauma or whatever, because when you first see the play, it's like, okay, that he kind of snapped back a little bit. That may have been something. I didn't really start having moments of oh my God until Joe Buck said the phrase CPR on the field. I went,
9 minutes of it. 9 minutes of CPR administered on field.
Yeah, that's when it told me it's like, okay, this shit is bad. It's bad. And again, for everybody that questions the parents and people questioning why their 14-year-old children or younger shouldn't play football, right there, because 24 years old, to my knowledge, no previous heart anything.
No.
And it was literally a cardiac episode because he just got hit too hard.
So I actually do have a little bit of more on this because whenever I was going to high school out in West Plains, Missouri, a 17-year-old football player in the Missouri area had died of the very same situation. And it's apparently a very common injury to younger athletes, and doesn't always lead to death, but we've also seen it happen in our world of pro wrestling.
Yep.
Not too long ago, a couple of years ago, someone took a knife edge chop, and it just so happened to be in between heartbeats, and the wrestler's heart just stopped there in the ring.
It was.
These things are so unprecedented.
Yeah, it was definitely the scariest moment I've ever experienced watching a football game on television. It was truly a holy shit moment. And not in the good, like holy shit way. It was sobering. And I can't stress enough the importance of, the response from everybody. The paramedics getting on the field, the ambulance, like literally backing up into the field and just like booking it across, like with, I don't want to say no regard because that's not what it was, but they were just,
it was with
it's like get the hell out of their way and just let them do their thing. Thank God there was a Trauma One center across the street. I mean, my goodness. He could be in a lot worse situation had he not been able to go literally across the street from the stadium. I will address briefly the elephant in the room because I know that, it was what it was. I am no fan of a lot of the people that, were calling for the game to continue, particularly one commentary person in particular. But I will say that I think Skip Bayless is more guilty of his general diarrhea of the mouth than anything else. He, much like a lot of people on social media, particularly Twitter, could do themselves very well by having a proofreader right next to them at all times. Just have somebody there holding their hand going, well, let's not send that one just yet. Yeah. And I say that because the way he worded it came off ill-timed and just, pardon me, how far are we into the show? It came off really fucking stupid, okay? I think the basic intent was not to have malice or whatever, but, Skip Bayless is Skip Bayless is Skip Bayless. So it maybe it's like, Skip Bayless is doing Skip shit again. So
in that situation, I like to look at the Scott Van Pelts and the Ryan Clarks, the people that took the utmost professionalism, care. Like, I think Ryan Clark deserves some form of award for the work that he's put forth the past couple of days. As someone that's lived through a situation like this, Ryan Clark has amazing insight on this whole situation. And
yeah, he really came through the other night and has since. So I'm grateful for people like him. And again, Greg started this show during the 45th presidency of the United States. And it was one of those, oh my God, somebody just had his thumbs be taped until we can proofread these posts before he makes them. A lot of people, and Greg and I have talked about Twitter almost every week because Twitter has just become what it's become. But man, it's at the end of the day, regardless of who said and how they said whatever it was they said, this kid is 20. I'm saying kid because I can't, because I'm almost 40 years old.
I was going to say, he's as old as I am.
Yeah. And that's been a theme for me this week. We'll get to that when we talk about Wrestle Kingdom betting. But he's 24 years old. His mama's in the stands watching this happen and having to ride across the street with her son, not knowing whether they're going to come out of there together or not. That is the bottom line here. And, there's a lot of outcry from both sides about, Raymond's mentioning Skip should be fired. Skip should have been fired day one he was hired. Let's not kid ourselves. But
for the record, that tweet he sent on Monday is still on his page.
Are you kidding me? He didn't delete it?
No. Well, okay, hang on. I am not defending Skip here. Let me just be clear right off the bat.
I was just throwing it out there for context.
No. I understand that. He also sent another tweet after that saying, clarifying said context. Right or wrong. And again, he shouldn't have said any goddamn thing until we knew more what was going on. Yeah. Let me just lay that out there on the table.
The double down that he did on Undisputed, after Shannon no-showed him.
Well, that was he again. I am not a fan of Skip's. I don't like him on the show. I sure as hell didn't follow his social media or pay attention to it hardcore until Monday night. But man, it's just one of those. The first thing I said, Greg, and you'll both of you guys in the audience will appreciate this. First thing I said when the ambulance was out there and they were talking about the game, I said they need to not Vince McMahon this. They need to get people off the field, get the hell out of there, and just postpone the game. We need to not have an Owen Hart moment here where, the show must go on. No, the show doesn't need to go anywhere but off. Just done. Night for the night. Over with.
And quite frankly, like, both teams are in a position. They're both in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're already in.
Yes.
What good does it do them other than
seeding?
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think that the outcome of that, especially so shallow into the game, I really don't think that game was going to make or break either team at this point. It's week 17 for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. And I guess we'll hear something in regards to if that game's going to progress, if they're just going to wait. Who knows? But the big picture here is Damar Hamlin, we're still praying for you.
Yeah, for real.
And there is a big bright side to that story. As of, I believe, 10:15 a.m. today, Damar Hamlin's toy charity reached over $6 million.
There you go.
In just, 2-3 days?
Yeah. Yeah, our girl Jessie put that out there. Our buddy Greg, Lisa put that out there right away Monday night, and that's awesome. And yeah, Zach, like you said in the sports bar yesterday, and again, I didn't hear that because that was while I was away trying to get my dinner together yesterday. It doesn't matter if you're a sports fan or not. It's about a human being, literally. Not even 25. He can't even insure the car he would have to ride home.
He can't rent a car.
Yeah, seriously. He can't rent a car, drive himself home from the hospital if he wanted to. He's just a baby, man. Like, criminy. And I'm not trying to,
No, I can't even rent a car. So,
yeah.
This brings such a level of, realism to everything. Yeah. Life is so precious. It can end like that.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we preach on this show, not that this is a show that we preach a lot because we do a lot of random weird shit on.
We try not to preach anyway.
I wore a bra and short shorts the other day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But one of the things we talk about on this show is, we say stuff like politics doesn't work. There were people talking about the vaccine and that being a cause.
Get the fuck out of here.
Those people just need to go away. But
yeah.
My main thing was, we need to get back to treating people like humans again.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to bring humanity back into the world because we have gotten so far away from it. So seeing what happened Monday night and seeing the unity that the Bills and the Bengals had, what was a heartwarming moment because that's what it's all about. We need to care about each other. Football and entertainment is secondary to treating humans like humans.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And even the fans.
We need more people treating each other, whether you're on the same side of the fence on whatever the issue is, treat people like human beings because that's the way they deserve to be treated. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what could happen 1 second to the next. Treat people like human beings. That's all.
And not only that, Greg, it was not only the Bills and the Bengals, it was the sports world. It was the entertainment. Everybody was coming together, man.
Chris Jericho donated $10,000 to the toy charity.
That's because Chris Jericho is Chris fucking Jericho, and I love Chris, man.
Well, he's both Chris and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, he spelled his name, so he just donated $5,000.
Yeah, that made me laugh. I was like, that's a total Chris Jericho thing. Shit, I misspelt my name.
It's one of those things, Chris Jericho has evolved himself so many times in the last 32 years of his career. And very few people get the opportunity to just talk to Chris Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
And I was blessed to get that opportunity on the cruise because of because I'm with the band, y'all. So it was cool. He's such a genuine person and does not even blink about doing stuff like that. He's a solid dude, and I can't emphasize enough. One of the goals I stated, for this year to go into next year is to get back on the Jericho Cruise, just to have that experience again, because it was such a wonderful opportunity just to, even for a few seconds, interact with him. He's just a genuine dude. So I applaud that. I applaud everybody that's been a positive, spreading the positivity about this and trying to get the good vibes out there. That's what Greg, you're 100% right. We all need to, for all the haha we get out of Adam Pierce saying love somebody every day, love somebody today, every single day on the social media. Yeah, we need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish I could see it.
It's not just on Twitter. You can follow him on Facebook and Instagram too. So,
okay.
Who blocked you, Greg?
Pierce. We seem to think it was because Greg was a little enthusiastic about the Rumble last year.
2 years ago now.
2 years ago. Sorry, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Maybe he was all nervous because he was booked to face Reigns for a second.
He was a bit wiggy, not going to lie. He was a bit wiggy.
Still would be bad.
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah. But anyway. All right. Let's get off that. That's pretty heavy.
Three's up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Three's up. Let's talk briefly about New Japan. Because Wrestle Kingdom 17 happened tonight. And one of the big news stories that really wasn't a surprise, but the artist formerly known as Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, made her appearance challenging KAIRI for that championship that you see right there.
I think Kevin Kelly said it best. Like, next to CM Punk, this was the worst kept secret in all of pro wrestling.
Yeah. Seriously.
And the funny thing is, all of that was just speculation.
Yep.
Like, nothing was confirmed that she was going to be there. There were reports, yes, she was in Japan, and this, that, and the other thing. And
she's been in Japan for like a month.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, went on to New Japan World or wherever they decided to watch Wrestle Kingdom specifically to see Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very thankful that New Japan posted that entire clip on their Twitter so that I could watch that. I really hope that her and KAIRI just tear it up in San Jose.
They're gonna tear it down.
Yeah, because we've seen Sasha Banks's matches with pretty much everybody. We all know how I feel about her.
Oh yeah,
I'm hoping that it'll be interesting to see her outside of the WWE umbrella. Also, Kenny Omega is New Japan or the IWG.
I was going to say, I tuned into New Japan World 4 years ago strictly to see Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, and by all accounts, Kenny Omega's career was in serious friggin' jeopardy last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's the U.S. Heavyweight Champion again.
Yeah, when I first got introduced to New Japan, it was the year before you were introduced, Jeff. It was Omega Okada at 11. And that was 11, right?
Well, this year's at 17, so go back.
Oh, him versus Jericho was 12. Yeah, it was 11. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand, because, like, if Kenny Omega's going to come back and do another match with Will, I understand it.
Yeah.
They were putting Will, like, they made Will to be, like, this god killer.
Yeah.
He's beaten Okada, he's beaten Jay White, and he's beaten Ibushi.
Yeah.
I was fully expecting him to be Omega here, but this match was insane. That top rope DDT onto the exposed turnbuckle had me jumping out of my bed.
Yeah. As much as I was legitimately praying for Damar Hamlin, I was thanking the wrestling gods, no, not you, Bradshaw, that Will Ospreay's head's still on his damn shoulders. Like, how did he survive? And then I was talking about the age thing, Maddie. Kenny Omega is 39 years old. So am I. And I'm like, I can't do that at 39 years old. I couldn't do that at 19 years old. Jesus H. Christ.
Well, I'm just going to interrupt the New Japan conversation briefly.
Of course.
Because Dwayne has donated $10. Thank you very much.
Hey, how you doing, Dwayne?
It's pronounced Mercedes Moné.
Well, whatever.
I thought it was Monet.
No, it's money because it's Sasha Banks. So money banks.
Also, I like the fact that she calls herself the CEO now.
Yeah, well, yeah. Because the boss was the one thing that they
got to go one step up above the boss.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they will never have the boss part. So she's like, I'll be CEO.
Yeah. All right. So let me throw the wheel up. Let's see what we're going to get into.
Dwayne, I swear to God, if you have me wearing another bra.
Might not be an entrance, but we'll see.
While Greg pulls up the wheel, I want to wish the Wolfpack Elite a happy anniversary from 1999. The best storyline that never was. Everybody got freaking hurt or booked into oblivion.
Finger poke of doom. Happy anniversary.
Now, you know what, though? I've said this a couple times on social the last few years. If Hogan and Scott and both Scott stay healthy, and they just feed the heel machine to Goldberg over that half year, that shit's money.
Oh dear God, I see a claimed rap on there.
Oh, we should do that today.
Yeah, I don't want Karen Jarrett to come after me. All right, here we go.
Or Jeff. Jeff is pissed. Whoa.
Jeff was pissed?
Oh, Jeff is furious.
And I'm sitting here thinking, it's like, poor Kurt Angle. He didn't do shit. He was just mentioned in it.
Yeah, Kurt's just sitting there, literally the 50 Cent. Why did he say fuck me?
Yeah,
it's like,
well, yeah.
Damn business.
What's funny is, though, Kurt tweeted and then deleted his tweet, and then Karen did Karen things. But, man, Conrad
didn't she already get smacked up by fucking Rebby?
Something like that. And then fucking Conrad and Jeff Jarrett were going to do a podcast about Final Revolution 08, and it turned into a complete work/shoot about what happened. I'm going, oh my God, those Acclaim boys are going to get killed tonight.
All right, here we go. Here comes that wheel spin. Of course.
Is it 20 squats?
No.
Are you shitting me?
Okay.
All right. So there's that.
Oh no.
So Dwayne, what do you want me to rap about? Crying out loud.
Rap about the death of the Acclaimed by Jarrett and Lethal tonight?
I guess.
Rap about Matt Canada.
Oh my God, no! We need to actually try to stay monetized on some channels.
Okay, listen, I am going to say this much about Matt Canada. Still sucks, but the Steelers are freaking 8-8.
Exactly, they're 500.
Legit, you guys are one win away from Mike Tomlin going, I didn't lose.
Even a tie, still have that. Which I hope we don't tie Cleveland, but.
If you guys tie with Deshaun Watson, I burn the franchise.
This is a bad shit year when Greg is okay to have a tie, if need be, with Cleveland at that.
Yeah, Dwayne says he wants to call in instead, so that'll save me from having to rap.
Oh,
yeah, Dwayne, I'll give you that option.
So you want to get the Mickey phone number?
Listen.
Listen. Write our obituaries. We gonna get killed. Double J's pissed, and I don't mean Williams. My teacher give a shit about the whole thing.
I just love that whole situation, and Kurt Angle sitting there going, yo, why'd they say fuck me?
What's so stupid, and again, I'm going to come off really like know-it-all or whatever. Everybody involved in this is such a genuinely decent person if they would just not let themselves get worked into a shoot. Like, seriously. But yeah, the revelations across podcasts and social media that the Angles were legally separated when he signed with TNA, it's like, oh, I didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
because they still brought her on to be his on-screen wife.
Oh yeah, they were very much Randy and Elizabeth in '91 because they were falling apart at that point too.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have fooled me, man. Karen was taking bullets for him left and right in that company.
Shit,
Now,
I mean, you know what kind of makes sense with all the demeaning things that Kurt said to her during that run.
Well,
don't let the door hit you on the way out.
What I find so crazy is my first vivid memory of her, and Greg will appreciate this considering where it took place. Mellon Arena, man.
Yep.
2001, Unforgiven.
When he won the title, right in the front row, jumped in the ring right after he made Stone Cold tap at Unforgiven.
He did not legally tap out. His hands are under the ropes first.
To be fair, hey, does it matter? He beat both The Rock and no, that's Jericho.
That was Jericho. Jericho did it first. Jericho invented that.
Yeah,
okay,
Jericho did invent that.
But Aaron was the first to beat The Rock and Austin for the title, just not on the same night.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Oh, it's damn true.
And Kurt was actually the first to. No, I'm sorry. He lost The Rock on the calendar year. Never mind. Forget it. Within a 12-month period. No, because that was October. Fuck me. Never mind.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Within a 12-month, not a calendar year's actual year, but within a 12-month period, he beat both Rock and Austin for a world title.
Yes, he did.
Kurt Angle GOAT status.
He won 2 world titles in Pittsburgh within like a 3-month span.
God bless
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that part.
Yep.
Well, because he won the WCW title from Booker on SmackDown. That was in Pittsburgh also.
Dwayne, I sent it to you on Twitter. I didn't send it on Facebook. That's my bad.
Which that was the one bad part about, and again, this is going to be way off in the weeds. We'll wait for the call to come in. The shitty part about Kurt Angle's WCW Championship reign for us, picture/belt marks, WWE TV wasn't HD yet. So trying to find a decent screen capture of him with the original big gold, not the WWE big gold, is a mucker fudder, man. But thanks to technology and things like Pixar, I can, find the graphics that do exist and upgrade them like crazy. So,
before we get Dwayne in here, let me just say, I'm so happy to have been able to see the Great Muda's career up until the point where it is now.
Right.
I want him in the Rumble.
Greg, I will send you pictures of my tears if Great Muda shows up at the Rumble.
Hell yeah. I was telling my team this morning, and I called in at whatever the hell it was. Actually, it was 4:20. I remember now. On my way home, right after the show ended, because Noah called Wrestle Kingdom by himself last night. So good on him, man.
Good on him.
He did a Joey Styles thing for me. I can't even acknowledge the greatness enough. But I had mentioned to them, and it was, like a fleeting moment, but Muda was at a independent show. I was not working, but
you were there,
helping, I guess. And it was just one of those, you freaking catch a lump in your throat because it's the great Muda.
Yes.
And then you go, I just, much respect, Muda-san. And he looked at me. He kind of gave me a cockeyed, like maybe, and then he saw my brand No DQ hat, my No DQ baseball cap. He go, much respect for you too, sir. And he walked away. I went, did he just acknowledge that he watches No DQ? Like, and Aaron and I looked at each other like,
the heart grew 3 times that day.
Never got clarification if he watches our stuff or whatever, but it was like he acknowledged that he respected us, and I went, was that just him being a cool guy, or did he actually watch our stuff?
Howdy, Dwayne.
Welcome, Dwayne.
How you doing, guys? Great to see you
Good.
guys. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Dwayne.
Well, since Dwayne is in here, Jeff, I should probably bring up, we probably need to get that trivia gauntlet going.
Okay. Well, I will put it out there so I can. I'm all about accountability this year. I have a shift Sunday night if I'm able to, not coughing up blood anymore. And then I'm off until Saturday next week after that. The only thing I'm obligated to at this point during the course of the weekday is being at Dynamite on the 11th. So while I'm at JJ's, while we're traveling, whatever, I can start getting the questions banged out.
As far as I'm concerned, Monday nights, Tuesday anytime, and Wednesday probably 7 or 8. I'm available.
And I can hate myself any time of the week.
I was honestly thinking, Greg, and this is just literally freestyling right now in front of the world. I was thinking we would actually run. I mean, depending on where everybody's availability is, I was thinking we would save it until at least the week after Mania. That way we can focus on Rumble and Mania, because I know Rumble season's your jam and Mania season's everybody's jam. So
I don't want to delay it too much. Like, we can do that intermittently when we have availability, just because get them done. If we wait till everybody till after Mania, it'll be it would just be insane.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just, as I was pointing out all December. I'm not sure.
Hey, what we got here?
I said, I was saying, I've got 13, including last night's, scheduled watch-alongs during the first quarter of the year alone. So I'm trying to pace myself down a little bit from going nuts.
I got one, and it's the Super Bowl.
Right. I've got 13 of those. Plus I've got, definitely going to Dynamite next week, Dynamite/Rampage. If I'm reading my schedule requests right at the House of Mouse, then I should be off and able to go to the shows in San Francisco as far as the Dynamite and Rampage shows on my birthday and the Friday after. So that's why I was trying to just pace it out. But I understand everybody else wants to, Brian Cage to get their shit in too. So I will definitely work on those this week, since I'm going to be home longer than I thought I was this week, and then definitely next week for sure.
I do want to address this. Yeah, I want to address this because we are doing the Royal Rumble number game next Thursday.
Okay.
So, Mike, I'm going to tell you to hold off on that for right now.
Yeah.
And just wait until next Thursday, or maybe even until next Wednesday show, and I can send you the information of where to send that money, because. And also how to do it so that we don't have any PayPal transaction, whatnot.
Yeah.
What's the price this year per number?
What's that?
I said, what was the price we're going per number? We're going 5 or did you agree on a number per? A price per draw?
I think we talked about $5 per number, if that was okay with anybody. I know that's more than we did last year.
Yeah.
If that's not okay, we can bump it back down. But it's really up to you. I want to make sure we get as many people involved as.
I'm okay with it this year because I can be.
Yeah, I'm good with it too.
I'm good with $5.
Okay.
Quick question: who won it last year? Big G win it.
Big G won at least one of them. I did not.
I figured he would. He pulled half of the roster anyway.
Yeah, he better have won some.
Right. Big Baller was in effect that day.
I don't remember who won the other one.
I don't either.
I'd have to go back and look at the numbers.
The 2022 Rumble seems so much longer ago than a year. I don't know why.
Yeah. And I was there.
Right? And you're going this year, no?
Yeah, I'm going to be in San Antonio in 24 days. I'm arriving the night of the show. So I get there at about, I think, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Show starts at about 5. I'm going to have a great fucking time.
Are you flying directly into San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio Airport is where I'm going. So at least I'm right there.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you're going to Dallas Fort Worth, you're fucked.
Yeah, if I'm in Dallas, that's why we were like, there's San Antonio Airport.
I really hate that airport.
Which one, the San Antonio or the Dallas-Fort Worth?
Dallas-Fort Worth.
I
So-
like Dallas.
So I don't hate the airport, but the one time I've flown through there that I vividly remember was when Team XMV was on the way to Turning Point in 2004. Dwayne, since you both been to that airport, we were literally coming from where we came in from LA, heading to the plane heading to Orlando, and we're passing the big giant Dallas Cowboys team store in the middle of the airport. And I stop and I
It
go,
is fucking massive.
and I stop and I go, my fucking dress shoes are on the plane. And Aaron looks at me and goes, what? I said, my dress shoes are in the overhead on the plane from LA. You better hurry up. All of my smaller than now, grant you, but it was a tight run back, put it that way. And then what was so stupid was we had this thought we were going to have like some formal thing. We went to the TGI Fridays after party. Didn't even wear the goddamn dress shoes after all that.
First time I went there, I made about 3 trips around the area on the tram before I realized.
The only part I've seen bigger
took me there, I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I had never been on a tram before, so.
Yeah, the only part I've seen that's bigger than that I was in a crunch for, and Greg will appreciate this because it was on the way home from your house.
Yeah.
Flying from Erie and having to go through Detroit to get home because of my flight cancellation nonsense. Detroit airport is literally as big as a city, like a small, like Disneyland. And the plane from Erie to Detroit was on this side of the airport. My plane from Detroit to LA was on this side of the airport.
Yeah.
It was Home Alone.
Sounds just like Atlanta.
Oh, I hate Atlanta. I hate that airport with all my vim and vigor. Oh my God. I detest that airport so much for reasons that I'm not going to get into because I'm not going to get into a political or,
My
debate.
grandma always said if you die and go to heaven or hell, you're always going to have a transport in Atlanta.
Yeah. Every layover's in Atlanta, wherever you're going, because it's the only neutral spot, I guess. But no, the thing about Atlanta, the biggest part for me in Atlanta, at least this last time I went, because that was where we landed into and flew out of on our Six Flags excursion with the kiddo.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have anything really, a variety of food to choose from in the entire airport. And unless you're into, heavily spicy Southern cooking, which, you're in Atlanta, fucking duh, Jeff, but I can't handle that. Or you have Chick-fil-A. Now, at the time we were flying, Chick-fil-A CEO was sticking his foot in his mouth about things. So it's like, I'm not going to support these guys. So it's like, we're just going to wait till we get to the hotel. By the grace of God, there was 2 Waffle Houses within walking into the hotel.
Waffle House for the win.
Waffle House.
Go wrong with that.
That's it.
Never go wrong with Waffle House.
Especially in Georgia. So there you go. But yeah, our hotel was right in Centennial Park, like right across from the rings. It was like,
That's right. You play the Browns this Sunday, right?
Browns this Sunday. We need the Bills to beat the Patriots, which I think is completely possible.
Oh, they're playing for Damar. They're going to fucking slaughter the Patriots.
Please do for Damar plus Belichick being there. Just do all the things.
They need that win. Sure.
And then we need the less likely Jets to beat the Dolphins.
Oh, that's a tough year for that.
Greg,
Here's the thing.
if it helps you at all, I've not been doing well with my bets this year, and I bet on the Dolphins to beat the Jets. If that makes you confident at all.
The Dolphins, I think, are down to their 3rd string quarterback too, because
That's true.
I mean, it's not as bad as
it was out with concussion number 16, and
This week.
broke his finger.
Oh, that's right. Oh, geez.
Hold on. I saw Nathan Peterman is starting for a team this week. Yeah, Nathan Peterman is starting for the Bears this week.
Oh, geez.
Is Justin Fields hurt?
I have no idea. Why is Yeah, Justin Fields has to be hurt. He will sit out the finale.
Oh.
Yeah, Coach Matt Eberflus said there's no sleight of hand in the Chicago Bears' decision to start Peterman, as it's the season finale against the Vikings. They don't think they're going to beat the fucking Vikings. So Justin Fields is literally like 60 yards away from breaking Lamar Jackson's single-season rushing record, and you're not going to play him.
Hey.
Vintage Chicago.
If I were Justin Fields, I would be livid. Let me run. Let me get 3 plays. Give me 3 plays.
It's one of those.
Think that Justin Fields has a
Hip issue.
Yeah.
He's had a hip issue all season, and he's still got over 1,000 rushing yards.
Yeah, instead of the Bears, it's the Bears. Oh, well.
So, and fortunately, I have to wait till Sunday evening to watch the Browns and the Steelers.
Yeah, the night game, right?
No, the night game is, I think, the Packers and the Lions, like the Sunday.
Yes.
That's going to be a high-scoring game.
I kind of want Detroit to win.
I do too.
I have Jared Goff to throw 400 yards.
Nice. I does because like I don't want to see Rodgers be one and done in the playoffs again. I would like the Lions to at least have a chance to win their first playoff games.
You guys are gonna shit on me when I tell you who I have to win the Super Bowl.
I'm sorry, I got to go with the Packers on this one.
I have the Chargers winning the Super Bowl from the wild card spot.
God.
I have Justin Herbert from the wild card spot winning the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It's like I always say, you got to keep it in the division.
It's great opinion, but I just don't see the shows.
Win.
Huh?
I'd say the Browns, but they're mathematically eliminated already.
Yeah.
I can see the Ravens winning if they play Lamar, but is he going to be ready by playoff time or no?
He might be. I know he wasn't even playing on Sunday.
My brother said that he hasn't. Since my brother's a big Ravens fan, Lamar hasn't practiced with them in 3 weeks.
Yeah. So he might still be hurt.
So yeah, I was about to say, I think the Ravens are going to be a first-round omission if they have to deal with Tyler Huntley.
We're sorry for your brother, but the Greg Cherry Show does not endorse the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, I don't endorse the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm still salty over that 2020 game. Okay, we talked in length about that on this show.
Hold on, Greg. You guys literally beat them in the same fashion this year.
Yep.
But here's the thing: like that 2020 game, which the Steelers did win, I was still pissed off about it because the Ravens delayed that game a week and a half, and then we went to Washington on less rest than we should have, and we lost to the freaking Washington team with no name.
Yeah, the football team.
So bad.
The rest of the stretch of that season was abysmal.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Who do I play? I play the Chargers this week, don't I?
I think so.
Oh, we're gonna get fucking destroyed.
I don't like the Chargers. Number one, they're not an LA team. They're freaking squatting in my stadium. It's number two. It's like just get the stadium cleared out already. The Rams suck and they're not gonna make it. Get the Chargers out of there and make room for WrestleMania. Damn it.
What the hell happened to the Rams? They won the Super Bowl last.
So, Greg,
this is the best Super Bowl hangover I've ever seen.
That will fall under one phrase and one phrase alone. Fuck them picks.
Right. I think what happened, Greg, is they're trying to set up WrestleMania early enough where there's so many pyrotechnics that they just kept stepping on explosions and kept stepping on their own dick in the process.
Josh is predicting a Bills 49ers Super Bowl.
I can see it. I can see it, but I actually have
somebody please. I'm in the minority in the room here, especially this is the Greg Cherry Show. But can somebody please have a possibility of the Cowboys going farther this year?
I mean, I've got the Vikings to go for the NFC.
Well, just tell Dak Prescott not to run with no timeouts and slide in the middle of the field again.
Yeah, seriously, Dak. Looking at you.
Sorry, I'm taking a huge gamble. I'm going with the Bucks.
They're still playoff eligible, aren't they?
Yeah, they got the Falcons Sunday night. So.
No. The bigger gamble would be to go Jacksonville to win the Super Bowl.
That's my option B.
The Super Bowl is all.
Hey,
Sorry.
but Greg, 2 years ago, would we even been having that discussion about Jacksonville being a possibility? No. So
We were 5 years ago.
Listen,
5 years ago.
Jacksonville got screwed out of that AFC Championship.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got
they did.
robbed.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, back in 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got fucked.
They had a turnover that was whistle dead, even though it was clear as day to everybody watching.
Jacksonville would have won their first Super Bowl that year. That
yeah.
is 100%.
Not necessarily a Super Bowl. I think playoff
And listen,
division championship game.
this is me complaining about it because that was a Jacksonville team who the previous week had beaten Pittsburgh and not. So the fact that I'm defending the Jags in that game against New England is like my distaste for the Patriots goes far and beyond any other team beating Pittsburgh.
2017, wasn't that the worst Super Bowl in history where there was like 18 total points scored?
What was that? Was that the Patriots?
Was that Patriots Rams?
Oh,
I didn't watch that.
yeah, I think so.
I did not watch the Patriots Eagles Super Bowl. I did not watch the Patriots Rams Super Bowl.
I did watch Patriots Eagles. That one was fun.
I watched the rest because I
now you got me second guessing myself on this one.
But the Falcons one, I will give you guys a very fun story.
2017.
I was very influenced by vitamins that night to the point where by halftime I went to take a nap.
Uh-oh.
I woke up from I went to my nap. It was 28-3. I was like, the Falcons got this in the bag. Congrats, Atlanta. Enjoy your Super Bowl. I wake up. I walk out to the living room. My dad has his head in his hands, looks up and goes, Brady fucking did it again.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 2017 was Patriots and Falcons, 34-28.
Okay.
Yeah. So 31 unanswered points because he's Tom Brady. It's like
I don't even think we can say because he's Tom Brady. I think we can say because the other quarterback was Matt
He got
Ryan.
most of those in the fourth quarter.
that's fair.
Let's just point out that Matt Ryan is the worst quarterback to have a massive lead with.
I was about to say he.
That one. He owns that one, and he owns the Vikings
regular season
over the Colts when they were up 33-0, and they lost that game.
Terrible.
Yeah, I was about to say, what was it? It was 36 unanswered points from Minnesota. 36 unanswered points in 2 quarters. That is unreal.
Yep.
Listen,
But then again, 33 unanswered points in a half was unreal.
I remember the Steelers being down to the Vikings 29-0 last season and almost coming back to win that game.
Yeah.
Like the final of that was 30. I woke up the next morning because I went to bed when it was 29-0. I was like, why stay up? And then I see that they almost came back and won. I was like, you serious?
That was me, not this Broncos Chiefs game because I actually watched that one.
Yeah.
But the one earlier in the season, I was like, oh, we're getting murdered in the first quarter. I'm going to go to bed. And then Russell Wilson throws 3 touchdowns, 200 yards, and it was like 24-20 or 24-32 or something.
Bananas.
So hey, at least it wasn't the Broncos Colts game.
Right.
That was the worst football game I think I've ever watched.
That was bad. Oh
I can still have happiness in my heart to know that the downfall of the Chiefs is coming. It is coming. You don't go into overtime with the Houston Texans and there not be some leaks in your ship. So the downfall of the Chiefs, it's coming, guys. It's coming.
Yes. So
we can hope.
We're down to almost the. Oh no, I'm sorry, 55. That means we're 10 till. I forgot about the countdown. So I go and ask you anyway. Does anybody honestly believe that it's going to be anybody but Mercedes next week with teaming with Soraya?
If it's not Mercedes, they better
They have to announce it ahead
They
of time.
better
that it's not
deliver it
Mercedes,
good if
because
it's not
I
Mercedes.
was about to say that stadium in San Jose is going to burn to the ground if it's not Mercedes. If they don't announce it ahead of time.
It could, if it's like AJ Lee.
Okay, you know what? If it's AJ Lee, I think the crowd might forgive them.
Yeah, they might get away with that.
Because isn't she a hometown girl from that area, that California area, SoCal?
Well, no. She's a Jersey native, but
Other side. My bad.
but we love her in LA because she's producing WoW. So we love her. And regardless of how you
that
feel
would make
about
sense then.
regardless of how you feel about the Lakers and their current star player and whatever, WoW is also owned by Genie Bus. So, we love WoW out here, and we love AJ for being a part of it. So
when was the last time AEW had a mystery opponent that nobody got wrong? I mean, that's pretty much how everybody suspects who it was, and they've always done
it was the first casino ladder match. I don't think anybody thought it was going to be Brian Cage.
Well, I'm talking. Well, yeah, true. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'd be fine with either. Greg has been a big influence, but I've come around a lot on Mercedes in the last 18 to 24 months. And yes, I am still happy that Charlotte is back, for the record.
Oh my God, me too.
It is what it is. But I was overjoyed for Mercedes this morning. I'll be ecstatic if she shows up at the fabulous form. God, I almost went back 30 years in time. The fabulous form. But I'd be okay with, whatever her name is, April Brooks now. I'd be okay with that too. I'd also, as long as it's somebody debuting, or if it's a return we don't see coming, like if they've been kayfabe and Chris Statlander's status and it's actually Chris.
Chris Statlander, I think, would get a good pop.
I'd be okay with, yeah, that's the thing, Matt. It'd be a good pop. It wouldn't be a big pop.
No.
I think they would shit all over Thunder Rosa if it was her.
No, if it's Thunder Rosa, that is going to be actual booze.
Thunder Rosa in that spot is
not her.
Completely shitting the bed if they do that.
I'll take Chris Statlander over her any day.
But do you guys think it would be the same thing if it were Tony Storm? Do you think she'd get shit on if it were Tony Storm? Tony
Storm would be nuclear heat because it's not a surprise, and she's already on the roster, and she's already got beef with both of Britt and Jamie. They've got to announce that if it's Tony.
Do you guys think we'll find out tonight?
Probably not.
If
it's Mercedes, no. If it's not, we better.
Yeah.
I'll need one of you guys to message me on Twitter what happens, because I'm going to bed after this.
I'll be going to bed. It's probably the main event tomorrow night.
It's kind of been a Mercedes sandwich, Josh.
Yeah.
We started with Damar and then we went into Mercedes, Josh. So
yeah. Well, we also got into Mercedes at the beginning as well. Like it's been kind of a Mercedes sandwich.
Yeah. So, but yes, we're happy for her. Every title changed hands except for the women's championship, I think, last night. So
KAIRI held on
only to get
dropped
head. So there is that.
No, IWGP Junior Tag Champions are still with TJP and Akira.
My boy TJP, I love it.
In a very good match. What happened at the post show? What happened at the post show? Apparently, Leo Rush claimed he was going to retire again.
Somebody from Noah.
I know.
I heard somebody from Noah showed up and started a fight with.
It was
Keno approached Naito. I know that.
Don't ask me to pronounce that name because I can't do it.
No. During the are you talking about during the media conference or actually?
Yeah, I'm talking the Leo Rush and Yo. Apparently during the press conference, Leo said something again. But I know Keno. Like, we're looking at another New Japan.
And I can say that because it has been scientifically documented and proven that the only thing that's bigger in number than a Big Show face heel turn or a Leo Rush retirement is my pictures with this guy. So I can be critical.
What about Jay White's announcement? He don't even know what he's doing right now. It's like every media scrum he's got something to cry about. So
Switchblade is going to be in.
Did you say Switchblade's gonna what, Greg?
I said be in the Rumble.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I would be.
Probably-
Nobody would know.
Yeah,
Right?
I doubt Triple H would get something together.
Hey, you know what though? Triple H allowed Bailey to be at the show last night, this morning. Triple H allowed Shinsuke to wrestle Muta on the first. So,
Yeah, who knows? I am very intrigued by the Royal Rumble, and not just because we're doing the money thing next week. We're doing the Rumble numbers game, which Jeff and I each get a free one because we're the hosts of the channel. But we only get one free number. If we want more, we have to pay in.
27.
Can I pay extra for 15?
There you go.
Well, here's the thing. I draw number. You can pay extra for multiple numbers.
It's all right. Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, either way, I'm looking forward to whatever we see tonight. I mean, just what we have lined up is going to look good. It looks good, quote unquote, on paper. So I'm okay with it. But, we'll see what happens there. We'll see what the No DQ boss has to say afterwards, and then we'll go from there, man. The countdown's on, a week to go.
Yep. All right. So next week, Maddie, I'm guessing you'll be back again because Jeff will be at Dynamite.
Next Wednesday, yeah, I should be open.
I will try to call in like I did last time, Greg. We'll see how it goes.
And what am I thinking? Next Thursday is going to be the Rumble numbers game. 2 weeks from tomorrow is going to be the January Jack of all trades. Anybody lined that yet? So don't ask.
I can always wear a mask.
Wear them.
El Mato.
No, El Hijo del Matty.
El Mato.
El Matador.
The Matador.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, you win that one.
I gotta find a bull mask now. God damn it.
You don't have to. Greg.
I'm going to.
No, all you need is a big giant green mask with like a maroon trim on it, and you're good to go. Straight up Tito Santana gimmick.
Yeah. Do the whole Los Matadores thing. And you'll be good.
No, I'll do that. No. You got it right. El Matador. Straight Tito Santana colors. It's brilliant.
Ole.
Ole, that's right. No, Matador, not generic.
Right, it's green and gold colors, right?
Green, gold. There's pink in there too.
Yeah.
I thought there was-
Draw pink eyebrows on if it's just a green and gold mask.
We're talking about the El Matador gimmick in 2023. Let's just end the show now before it gets too crazy.
He's making guacamole out of El Matador.
Ole.
And jalapeno. Ole. Will you stop?
92 Rumble.
Watch it every day. Anyway.
All right, that's gonna do it for the Greg Cherry Show. Go enjoy Dynamite. Hopefully, we'll find out a lot of stuff tonight. Prayers up for Damar Hamlin.
Yes.
And we will see you next week. Stay tuned to the Greg Cherry Brand channel for more information about the Rumble numbers draw. And we will do all the official rules. I might film a little rules video in a little bit. So there you go. Everybody have a good night. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week on the Greg Cherry Show. Don't be a jag. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated.
Or Jackson.